Okay. Alright, I'm bouncing between here and talking to Ghost.
Bro, I cannot believe that they released that Agco Alice in red. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is 101 stuff. This
You're on
is
YouTube, right?
yes, I believe so.
Alright.
I'm double checking.
Oh, yeah,
I think I'm
I had
live.
your YouTube page up, but it's not.
Should
You
be.
gotta put. You gotta link your YouTube in your Discord, by the way.
I should. You're right. What am I doing?
That way, when you're streaming, it shows up onto your profile.
Oh, that's a good idea. What's the general field of view for Farm Sim? 70? Is it 70?
I think
The
60
default?
or 65.
Okay. Maybe it's I'm using the I have to use the console commands like some dweeb because we don't have the the power tools mod yet, which we really need.
Won't take long for that to show up.
No. Am I not live yet? Maybe I'm not.
Yeah, you're live.
Oh, okay. I just haven't found it on my own YouTube yet. I can't even read my own comments section right now.
Yeah, mine's terrible like that too.
What's up, boys?
Hey,
Not much.
Squatch. How's it going?
All right.
Hey, question for you guys. I'm getting this a lot from people. Are you guys able to access your MacDon pack?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
mine's terrible.
I've seen people are having issues with it on Steam.
Yeah.
Let me try. I'm on Steam, so let me try.
I had no
Just
issues
door,
with
let us
it.
know.
Let's see. What section is that under? Windrower? Oh, I can got it. Yeah, I got it. I'm on Steam and I got it.
Well, you got a decent delay on your. It took me a minute for. I'm like,
My stream?
I'm so spoiled by Discord, because Discord's like instant.
Oh yeah. I think I could have set my stream to low latency, but I decided not to. Not a big deal
I
to me,
can't.
but-
I learned that I can stream in 1080p, but I could not go anything better than normal latency. Pro tip: when you get the windrower itself, if you want to put that hay header on it, make sure you get the full engine power one, because the other one will not push it at full speed.
Oh,
I learned
okay.
during my stream. I was like, why is this thing not pushing this disc bind very fast?
I got myself in a pickle here. We're not going to go this way. We're going to turn left.
Lift the drop axle and send it.
Can you raise and lower the drop axle?
No, I was making a joke.
Dang it.
Oh, the shifter's animated.
It is. It's awesome.
Everything's
I haven't driven that
animated on it. It's actually really nicely done.
I haven't driven it yet. What is it? A Cummins under there?
I bet it's a... I don't know. I bet it's an IH engine. This is from the 70s, right, Squatch?
It should be an international engine. We'd have to ask the international guy ourselves, but...
That nerd.
But so what the deal with that though is that Giants would have 3D scanned that truck. That's I think that with that paint job that's on it by default, if I remember correctly, is the one they 3D scanned.
Ah, okay.
So
Hey.
if someone has a Cummins in it, then it's got a Cummins in it.
Hey, pro tip for everybody. Do not forget that they scanned that... What's that really wacky 8-wheel versatile? That quad axle versatile they made?
The Big Roy.
Yeah,
Roy.
don't forget they scanned that. That's coming in Farm Sim 25.
And they also scanned an old bi-directional. My girlfriend's calling. I'll be back.
Alright, that's fine. I don't even know my way around this map. I'm wandering around like an idiot right now.
Which one are you on?
Just the base American one. Oh, my farm is the other way, isn't it? I think I took the wrong turn. Sounds like it comes to me. Hey, Levin, how's it going? So I found out that they're going to be closing submissions for Farm Sim 22 Mod Hub.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't think I don't think I'm making anything else for 22 anymore. They're going to be closing it around the new year, I guess, or shortly after.
That's kind of quick.
It kind of is, because I remember I think Farm Sim 19 mods came out for a while.
I'm actually surprised by that.
I narrowly missed the train there. I think I could turn right here. This map has a lot going on.
It has a lot going on. I'm actually on the Polish map right now.
Oh, nice. Truck sounds sweet.
It sounds. I mean, the sounds and the visuals
Yeah.
they put in, you can definitely tell what they worked on. Put it that way.
Yep, oh for sure. The visuals look great. The lighting in this game is the best in any farm sim by far.
Yes.
Oh, I found it. I found an error.
What'd you find?
So look at the see the CV
Ship.
radio next to me?
Yeah.
Watch what happens as I like accelerate and brake. Look at the mesh across the front of it. See it wiggling away from the You'll see it here. The mesh is not connected to the CV radio on the right side there. It kind of separates away from it
Oh.
as I drive around.
You know the one thing I do like about that truck, if you haven't noticed yet, the air ride cab, suspended cab.
Is it? Oh yeah, look
Yeah.
at that. Oh yeah, you can totally see it moving independently of the... That's awesome.
Go out. Yeah. How far behind is your stream?
It's a little bit behind. It's honestly a little farther behind than I'd like. I turn left here.
Yeah, so I did a really good view of it outside of the cab, and you slam the brakes, and you can see the whole thing fly forwards.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Look, they even got the springs animated under there.
I saw that, yeah. It actually rides up and down on the cylinders.
So I have a lot of hope and faith that we're going to see a lot of things coming about, especially from modders, you know,
Yeah.
with all of that, especially with most of the quad track tractors have suspended cabs, which I haven't checked the John Deere case yet, but in real life, most of them are suspended cabs.
Nice, you need to see that. Okay, I'm turning. Oh, here's the farm, okay.
And I did find out that when you crouch as the player, the collision crouches now too.
Oh, that's cool. That didn't used to happen in previous games.
No, as an F5, and it actually shrunk the collision.
Nice.
So it's pretty awesome.
Hey, Kobe Gaming, how's it going? Oh, hit that stop sign, that's okay. I don't have my Parker farm equipment yet, but that's fine. We'll make do. We'll make do.
I've seen some people have been out and about with modding quite a bit already. Dinez has a few up, and Bueller.
Yep. There's a...
The placeables are fairly easy.
Yeah, the placeables look like they're pretty doable. You can do vehicles, but you have to take them back to Blender and then kind of do the materials system and bring them back. And I could do that for a couple of my mods, but I'm gonna take this road. But I'm afraid that I won't... I don't want to do it and then find out like I didn't do it quite right and it looks correct, but it's not actually correct, and then have to do it again, so I'm just gonna wait.
I kind of feel the same way right now. A lot of things I am just on hold until we get GE.
Yep. I'm glad you're doing good, Kobe. I'm doing great. This game looks pretty cool.
I feel like Giants did the typical Giants and brought all the big equipment out for the American map, but no big American map.
I know, right? This is not a big American map.
Careful going down some of those back roads. It's not wide enough.
Oh, jeez. Alright, I'll be careful. Alright. Alright, what are we looking at here? What do we own? 2, 3, 4, and 5? They don't have an American planter that you can use that's like under 350 horsepower. That's crazy.
The Kinsey's that much?
The Kinsey is a high speed. I think it's 350 or 360.
Oh boy. Did you grab that 17 NT?
Yeah, the one on the mod hub.
Same thing.
Yep.
350 and 360.
Yep, they're huge.
Wow. And that's my only complaint. That's why I went to the Polish map, because I'm gonna merge a bunch of fields together and play big farming.
Yep. Hey, Farming Sins, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I got a couple cattle here too. Okay, okay. This Massey Combine's pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't even look into that older one.
It's awesome.
You noticing all the little new sounds they put in and everything?
Yeah, the trailers kind of rattle when you drive over stuff.
Yeah, we got a nice new asset of sounds. That would be nice.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I'm gonna have to redo some of the sounds on my mods, but that's fine. Alright, we'll turn the HUD on.
Can you see the GPS lines without the HUDs on?
That's a great question. I don't know. I
I
haven't even
didn't
tried the
actually-
GPS. You have to, is it like Alt H or something, or what is it?
No, just long press the key H. Long press it.
Oh, yeah,
Hold
okay.
it down. Alright. And there's so many options in there too.
So this is
like,
for the AI worker or the steering assist. So either, okay, that makes sense.
So I'm playing through my joystick. I don't know if you set it up for steering assist, if H would activate it then or not.
I don't know. We're just gonna try the steering assist.
Steering assist is fun.
The steering assist, I'm assuming you have to actually sit in it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, you
that's
can walk
GPS
away.
essentially.
It was actually smart of them to just make the AI system and the GPS system basically one and the same.
I agree.
It's probably the best solution, honestly.
Agreed. I mean, I think they handled that whole system very well for what it was and what it is.
Yeah.
Jeez, I forgot what it's like to play on a base game map because it has anything and everything
Yeah, it
planted in here.
does. Yep. Why did my AI go to the other field? That's weird. Why did my AI jump to the other field there?
It did jump to the other field?
Yeah,
Oh,
I tried to take a turn in it and switch to the next field over.
that's a good question. Try going a little bit more in there.
I'm all the way in there.
Yeah. That, I don't know. I haven't seen that one yet.
Hmm. Oh, there we go.
I gotta go check out this stubble mod that appeared out of nowhere.
There's a stubble mod out there?
Seen it in Dinez's Discord. I gotta find it.
Hey, Scooter, how's it going? Good to see you. He's still
Oh, God,
lurking in the
Scooter
community.
again?
Yeah, he's still lurking. I don't know how he makes it to like every single stream I do. It's crazy.
He's always around.
He's always around. Omnipresent. Now, explain this to me, Squatch. We got dollars, we got acres. And we got miles per hour. But why in the world don't we have gallons? And why don't we have bushels?
I asked the same thing this morning.
You see what I'm saying here? And why?
Oh, boy.
Why? Well, yeah. Why?
I fully agree. Why?
Because I only stream like once every 4 months. Well, that's true, Scooter. But I kind of took a break at the end of 22 there, so might be back more frequently. And right now, there's not a lot of modding we can do, honestly. So I'm just gonna try to play the game and get a feel for it, I guess.
Oh, wow. That's in a different language. Okay.
Is Squatch talking all loopy yet? Did his elbow fall off the chair? Oh
Oh,
man.
yeah.
What,
Yeah.
what does he mean fall off the chair, Squatch? What happened?
My collarbone broke.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
So I don't wear the sling.
Uh,
And when my elbow falls off the armrest, it gets really bad.
oh, I see, okay. Canola. To turn the other way. That's okay, we'll just turn around here. Turn around here. Alright, go. Pretty intuitive, actually. GPS system.
I was surprised they got it, to tell you the truth.
That they got it to work.
Like that. Because that's a lot of like course play mixed in with the GPS mod and everything.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Oh, Scooter, don't say that. Your 1050 can hold true. You
Tell,
put a bigger power supply to it and a huge fan, you'll be fine.
tell Squatch the 1050 Ti will be gone by the weekend. I got a new gaming laptop. Oh my gosh, you could bake a... You could cook things on that 1050 Ti trying to run this game.
Thank you, Scooter. We need you around still.
We do need him around. Need all the American guys we can get.
Yes. Oh, he actually went through and added the tire tracks. Interesting.
Added what?
For the tire tracks, I'm just with the way they put everything for the maps all in the crop XML. You don't
Oh.
have necessarily a standalone fruit type XML anymore for it all, or
Gotcha.
standalone growth XML.
Westby FS25 when? Webby when?
um, no.
Oh.
Come on, Tired Iron's on his honeymoon, man.
That sounds like a good excuse and a bad reason. Let's go.
I like that one there. Yeah, I'm just comparing things right now because, you know, with where we sit in the modding realm,
Yeah?
we can't pull the map out all by itself, so to speak. So we have to be careful on what files we all mess with.
Oh, that's true. We're gonna have road prep ready, done for tomorrow for the base game map.
You did what?
Do you see Mark's already working on road prep ready?
I know. I'm like, yeah.
You're in the thick of that?
We're ready.
We're ready? Alright, I like the sound of that.
GE would be nice because I don't feel like going through. I don't feel like going through doing all the nodes the hard way.
Yeah,
Rather than
yeah.
GE.
Yep.
So they had tire tracks in there to begin with. Huh. Neat. I'm surprised you haven't filled that entire combine yet. I guess you're doing canola. I felt like the new stuff just filled up like crazy.
I think it's just the fact that it's canola. It's Wade Mitch. Hi, Male Chicken Man. Is this FS22? Yes, it is. This is FS22 with shaders. FS22 with shaders. Yeah, I'm gonna get this whole field done without even hunting. That's disappointing.
But my question to you then is, how many acres is that little tiny field?
Yeah, not a lot.
Right.
Not a lot. And a few mods, yes. This magic Massey 8570 mod I just whipped up out of nowhere, obviously. Wade Mitch, did you donate money, Wade? Did you just donate $2 asking console? Oh my gosh. I hope the troll was worth it. Oh my gosh. We'll never beat the console allegations. I already made a video about that. Thank you, Wade. I appreciate it. I don't have to make that video again.
You will have to make the video again.
Mm-hmm. Every year. Do you see that person on Facebook? I think somebody posted it in Discord. Somebody posted that kid on Facebook. It's like, is there more mods coming to Mod Hub?
I did see that
On like
one.
the
I'm
first
just like,
day. Come on.
Sorry.
More mods? No, we all retired.
Uh-oh. Mod's empty. Mod machine broke. Come back again. 0.45 hectares.
Oh, you don't even have that switched to acres yet?
Oh, I thought I did. Scooter said it in a chat. I think I switched on my end. I have to double check.
Yeah, come on, Scooter. Get with the game here.
Hectares. Alright.
Alright. Let's see if I can actually break this stuff or not.
Let's go over here and get this little last bit. We'll try out this Demco grain cart. You know what I should do? I should just pull the Parker wagon in without any textures and see if it still works. Might try that. I submitted a mod in September. It might get released by December. Yeah, and that's exactly why I don't think the forage wagons are coming to Farm Sim 22. I don't think they are. Wow, that is a funky grain spout. I did not know they were shaped that way.
Oh, dang.
Huh. But is this a new game, so console now? Yes, Wade. Exactly. A console
Scooter
now.
over here just being troll too.
I
Come on,
know.
boys.
I got 2 trolls in my chat right now. One of them's donating, so I can't like actually do anything about him, but I gotta take the trolling. Well, since the other units aren't Imperial, I thought it would help you out. You're a funky grand spout. Oof. I don't know. I don't think I can come back from that. I think that's a lethal insult right there. Not a big Agco guy, but I'm gonna use the crap out of this white 8710 for like the entirety of Farm Sim 22. 25.
Really?
What really?
I was so glad Dinez got it painted the right color.
Well, I meant, yeah, I meant the white, but the egg coat, I don't know why. Why is it red? This is the most
No.
basic thing.
No. I don't use the Giants color of it. Yes, you're right. Dinez put one up with the right color scheme.
I saw that, yeah. I'm just
So
using the
we
white
ran
version.
these this tractor was made through all 3 brands, and it had 2 different versions of it because of the transmissions. I can't remember what the other one was called, but you had your normal gear shifting like a semi or pickup, so to speak, and then you had the ABD or ABCD that was just a flick of a switch, so it was partial power shift.
Yeah.
And that's what we had. The main tractor I got to run as a kid and everything growing up. So when I seen it done already, I'm like, done, downloaded, in game, mine.
That's awesome.
Is that the Dynashift, or am I thinking of something newer?
Older. No, you're right. It is the Dynashift. I think that's what they called it.
Wade says give mod
Because-
or donate again. Sorry, Wade, I don't have any mods to give you. I wish I did. I have broken mods to give you. I could give you a very broken wagon or a very broken trailer. Where's the truck?
But yes, that is like my tractor I'm going to be using throughout 25 all the time. Until we get a lot more.
Hopefully we get a lot more soon. Just too bad GE doesn't come out at the same time as the game.
Yeah.
We're just gonna park the truck here. Does this have 3 hoppers?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow, okay. Can I put different grains in the different hoppers?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's do that. Yeah, same. I want to get my hands on that white. Yeah. Oh no, moderator Dingus, your chat is rowdy, needs moderated. I see it. I see what he's saying. I see what you're doing, Wade. I probably should make somebody a moderator anyway. You're not even wrong. If people are actually going to come and watch this thing, then I'm going to need people to moderate. Oh man, Farmer John is here too. What's a mod? I don't know. It's always a good reminder of how empty this series can be without mods when the new game comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's technically functional, but like missing a lot of heart and soul.
Mm-hmm.
Mod is a console for console. I guess we're only doing grilled crops until we get a decent planter that I can pull with something with less than 350 horsepower. Scooter should be a mod too. He's been a loyal watcher. I trust you guys, for better or worse.
I was gonna say, uh-oh.
Yeah, I know, right? Uh-oh.
2 out of the 4 people have already said it.
Did it again. For some reason I'm over here, but it's catching the field behind me. You'll see it in the stream here, but this is ridiculous.
Hmm. That is a little bit strange.
It can also be tough to grab even when you're like you're doing the straight rows
Yeah.
and you're at an angle from the headlands. It'll
Mm.
try and just grab the headlands when you're more in line with them than the actual straight rows.
I feel like it should. How do I want to put that? It should be turned down on how easy it is to grab a line.
Yeah, you should be pretty close to it. Oh, there we go.
Or give us the ability to do steering assist without headlands.
True.
I didn't need to know you were gonna do that, Wade, but I appreciate your dedication to the craft. Hey Rooster, are you going to make any substance tutorials this year? I have put a goal for myself to learn it and do better. You know I should. We really need tutorials for what's going on here, because this is... After I have my head wrapped around it, of course, because I don't know if anybody 100% understands it yet, so... Once we get things figured out, I'm going to make a tutorial partially just for myself so I can remember what to do. So yeah, I noticed that the tutorials, they generally get decent views over a longer period of time, so I'll be doing some of those. I didn't make many for 22 because I think people pretty much had it figured out. And people made tutorials before me that were fine. And tutorials are a little stressful to make because you don't want to say something and lead people astray, or you don't want to confuse people or make it worse. I want to make sure I'm doing a good job, so... Is Precision Farming base game yet? Precision Farming?
I haven't seen anything with it. I didn't really get very far with playing the game either.
So precision farming is not in the game. I heard a rumor that it is no longer being funded by the EIT, which was the main European company that was sponsoring it, but it may still be continuing, just maybe slightly differently, or maybe they're just going to keep bringing it around. I'm not sure.
Man,
There's
we
nothing
know
confirmed from Giants.
we know Giants has the money to develop it if they want to. Let's not beat around the bush here. I'm gonna make a tutorial series that is literally just spreading information and will confuse people. Perfect. You need to balance it out. You need the light side and the dark side. I got the modding with Blender book and it's seen some good info, but it's much the same. Precision is not base game. Dang it. It's not like I love all the features of precision farming, but like having different soil types and all that stuff is nice. It's cool.
Yes.
PC is at 60 Fahrenheit. That's not bad. What's my CPU utilization? What's my GPU utilization? My GPU, yeah, is pretty much mostly fully utilized. My CPU is not being super utilized, so that's good. And I'm not surprised we're running a little hard with streaming and everything, so. And this spot and spray stuff was much better, plus the field wasn't all weeds with a little bit of crops, yeah. I could see Deere sponsoring a see and spray thing. It's a technology they've invested a lot of money into, so it would make sense that they really want to promote it, and they want people to understand it. Pull over here. Go. Oh, this is the power shift version, Squatch.
Yeah.
What was the alternative transmission?
I can't remember the exact name of it. I looked it up on Tractor Data once. So you would have a gear shifter over there for 1 through 4,
Yeah.
and you click it all the way over to left, like a reverse in a manual pickup, so to speak, and it would click it into high or low, depending which one you were in. So you had 8 gears total that way, and then in each of those 8 gears, you had 4 more that you could split. And then your forward and reverse was a whole different gear selector over there by the hydraulics on the right side.
Oh, okay.
So it was the power shift was the successor to that transmission, and the reason AGCO was trying that one out was because power shift was struggling a bit back in the day. The Genesis transmissions were terrible and everything.
Yeah.
And then they wanted that quick access to forward and reverse, but also be able to downshift very quickly without going to the old school Alice or White transmissions that were absolutely terrible, where it was the old school double H pattern.
Yeah.
You had to float through this gear, that gear, and everything, you know?
Yep. Okay.
So it was the reason we bought it. My dad had an option between that one and a tractor, the same horsepower, but power shift. But power shift was like, I can't even remember the price, but it was a ridiculous amount more. So my dad just opted for that one, and it turned out to be a great option because planting, we could find the right gear, main gear, and then you'd be able to bump it up or down, going up a hill. You'd be able to bump things around and never lose your RPM because it ran off of PTO.
Mm-hmm.
And planting, you needed the exact air pressure to keep everything going for the population, right? But
yeah. Interesting. Harley asks, am I going to convert all my mods? That is certainly my goal, Harley. Certainly my goal to convert all my mods, especially the ones in the mod hub, for everybody to use and enjoy again. Because I feel like my modeling for all my mods is pretty much good to go fairly indefinitely for like video game purposes. There are a couple mods maybe that could use some improvements, but I'm pretty happy with how a lot of my mods are modeled, and I think they'll carry well into future games. Levin says, and I know they have the money to promote See and Spray. Yep. Oh yeah. They could if they wanted to. You're right. Scooter asks, what's the model number in the AGCO? That is a 37, that is not a 30, 8710. I think it's the 200 horsepower version.
Budget 8010 series.
Well, Derry, bring it over to the new game. Come on, what are you waiting for?
yeah, once the 8000 series, 8000 series win. Mod
8000
win.
series 1?
Give me 14 months in Blender.
14 months in Blender.
You gonna completely redo it?
It
Kinda.
doesn't need to be completely redone, but I do have to fix some things, and I am not feeling like Blender just yet.
I don't blame you.
You could probably just get away with a quick FS22 shader convert.
I really don't want to do that because
Don't do that.
there's things that I want to do better on the model anyway that I wouldn't be able to live seeing that version of it in 25.
I agree, but just so you know, it's already going to come.
Oh, I know that, but it's not going to be on my page, so nobody's going to care.
Fair enough.
It's Lazy E. He has joined us also. How's it going?
Not too bad. How about you?
Nice. Good.
Yeah, no,
Been
don't
on
get me
the-
started on using the shader support ones.
Oh my gosh.
Those support shaders.
They're not working for my stuff yet, so I tried. Waiting for GE at this point.
Just do it right and wait.
Harley says, I think your mods are awesome. Thank you. Oh,
Here's a fun new thing with FS25. You know how we have the ferries that can cross the river with equipment?
Mm-hmm.
They will not cross if there's a barge on the river.
oh really?
I know that.
Yeah, and I just ran into 2 of them back to back, so I've been waiting here for 5 minutes, unable to move my combine across the river.
I think I might have to go back to Riverbend. That was, I mean, I have issues with it, but it is a well put together map. I just think it would have been better to be a 4X map to open up the fields a little bit more for me. As if I was Giants, I'd be like, okay, we got all this big equipment. We need to do something for the guys that are going to run with this.
Yeah.
It would be different if they converted or had a lot of their smaller equipment in already and then work towards the bigger stuff. But
Yep.
You know, I mean, I can see it from 2 different standpoints, but I mean, like, I don't necessarily think a 4X would still run well on like newer series consoles. I think there would still be severe limitations on it.
I agree.
The
So,
biggest limitation Giants indicated was save game file size.
Oh, shoot. I stopped paying attention.
yeah, because I mean, like, it's hard enough to get multiple games onto some of these platforms already. So, like, I mean, I have an Xbox Series S sitting in front of me, and I had to buy the external thing just to have 2 games on it because it's so small.
Yes.
So,
And that is the kicker for console players, and that I'll admit it. I had to buy an external hard drive because I only bought a 1 terabyte hard drive for my computer with all the games I play on it and everything. It's known to be that issue, but at the same time, it's just like, eh.
Brewster, what are you drinking right now?
I was not paying attention.
Oh.
I totally got lost in the sauce.
But yeah, no, I mean, I could see them coming out with, I can see them putting 4X maps on the Mud Hub for 25, but they'll be probably restricted to PCs.
Well, that's how it's always been.
So, I mean, did we have a 4X on Mod Hub for last 22?
I think we
Yep.
did.
Yeah, there was a couple.
I never really downloaded a mod or a map from the Mod Hub, so.
Scooter says that tractor data says that the white was a full power shift, 18 forward and 6 reverse. Interesting.
I'll have to go look. I had the tractor number at one point in time for the one we used to run, but I can't remember what it is right now.
Off some wheat here.
Okay.
Giants, your fill volumes aren't exactly lined up with the edge of the grain cart. How dare you? I wonder if fill volumes will be any easier in Farm Sim 25. Probably not.
I assume they'll probably be pretty close to the same.
So we had a Echo Alice 9745. It was rated right around 161. We cranked her up to 175. It was a 32-speed partial power shift, is what they called it.
Partial power shift.
So that would have
Was
been an 8510 if it had 160 on it.
What do you mean 8510? For your Echo?
Yeah, the model number. A white 8510.
Oh, I'm in the Echo Alice side.
Oh, yours was an Echo Alice.
Yeah, ours literally looked just like that 9700.
Okay, so that would have been a 9755 or a DT160.
Yep, there you go. I knew the DTs came out shortly after that one.
Nice.
Yeah, so on the 9755, yeah, they had an 18-speed full power shift or a 36-speed creeper. The DT160 was just an 18-speed
Yes.
full power shift.
Because my dad's cousin, they actually had the 18-speed full power shift. Both of them, actually, the 97 and the DT.
Three
Might do
Angus
something
cows.
really.
You do.
I might
The
do
only-
something really funny with my save game. I might sell the combine and make all my income off of stuff that doesn't come from a combine.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah, well
Top of
the
missions?
ground that I'm thinking about right now has hay and peas on it.
Ooh. That would be a really fun save, actually, to get into. Do it a
Yeah.
little bit different while we're waiting for some mods.
Yeah, because it'll be really easy to get good combines, but the other crops might not see as much.
I didn't even look how expensive are those other machines?
I'm pretty sure the Oxbow pea harvester is super expensive. I'll have to check.
No, Scooter, we're not putting that transmission in game.
Yeah, pea harvester is $571,000.
Oof.
You can
Just a
take
little
off
bit
10.
of change.
You can take off 10 grand if you don't want tracks, though.
That's a save. My game is flickering like no other since I did my graphics card update.
Yeah, the news with that is you have to backpedal your update until NVIDIA can get support on a new update.
Is that why that's happening?
Yes, I
Okay.
believe so.
Are
I
you
haven't
having
had any
issues? Brewster?
issues.
I just
just heard
noticed
it
my
from other
game
people.
flickers black every once in a while.
Oh no,
I-
mine's doing it more often than every once in a while.
Oh, okay.
Guess I
I'm-
better go load my game up and see.
I'm just having straight hardware limitations that I probably have it and don't notice it.
I'm maxed out on Ultra, so, and I'm staying right around 55 to 60.
I think I'm at
Pushing
2K
ahead.
resolution on like 5560.
I'm running 1440p at 120 frames, so I haven't had a whole lot of issues.
Nah, I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
The only other issue I've ever noticed, a big issue, is like these MacDon headers every now and again get stuck in the ground, almost as if you run into an invisible collision.
Oh, really?
I had it
Is
pick
the
the combine up once.
Is the hay ground bumpy? I haven't got around to messing around with it yet.
Yeah, so with the MacDon header, I had it bouncing in the air quite a bit. It never got stuck.
Hmm.
It would just jump a lot. And it did it a little bit when I mowed with the Elho mower.
I'm glad to see the max merge made its way back to FS. I was missing that in 22.
You talking about the Kuhn merger?
Yeah.
I'm almost more excited for the Anderson merger now because it doesn't have European signs on it.
Mm.
Is that in game?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't. I think I've played the game for like 5 minutes, to be honest with you, so far today.
Let's
I
see.
got up.
4 hour. Took 4 hours to install this morning. so-
Levin Crawford says, go look at the Alice version. It says there's also a creeper and a power shift. Yeah, a quadra shift. Vincent says, I hope you're bringing over all those great mods from 22 to 25. I sure hope I am, Vincent. That's the goal. Yeah, Squatch is saying... Squatch thinks the paint is... I mean, Scooter says the paint's just making Squatch black out.
It's there, but it's not that aggressive.
Is there a bin on the base farm?
I didn't even play base farm.
Yes, there is.
I gotta find that.
It's on the other side of the shed from where your truck is.
Oh, I see. It's a dump pit. I see.
Mm-hmm. It's either that or you get Tyson's bins in and get a 90-foot conveyor.
You know, I was kind of contemplating on doing an achievement run at one point in time.
Oh yeah?
You know how many things you gotta actually build in that game?
It's a little
Really?
crazy when you go through everything.
Yeah, you gotta build your own farmhouse and stuff. You can build your own barns, all that.
Oh jeez.
Alright, I can't take it anymore. I gotta revert my graphics card.
Oof. Vincent says, awesome, can't wait to use them again. I can't wait to use them again either, Vincent. I want my wagons bad, but I don't have them, so I'm sad. JCL says, FS22 par car when? Well, technically, it's already kind of in the game, but not in any good visual state, so...
Plaid's a good look.
Yes, Plaid is a good look.
I'm sure ModHub would tell you it looks good as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. They'd have no criticism there.
Hey, they did limit, or they did reduce requirements, so who knows?
Yeah, that would be great.
More 3-meter cultivators.
Woo!
And the world rejoiced.
So, if you guys use the hired helper to run grain from the main or the base farm that you start on to the farmer's market from the edge of field 3, it'll get up towards the farmer's market, then it starts cutting through these little back roads. It's really weird. Whenever it can just take the paved road basically right to it. I was like, what in the world?
Is there a decent American-style primary tillage tool in the game? I don't think so. Well, there's the Kinsey.
Well-
There's like the Kinsey, like high-speed discs, but
We got the Deere 980. That's about it.
that's secondary tillage.
Really?
Oh yeah, a 980 is a field cultivator. That's like right before you plant. Right before you plant.
Yeah, I like the looks of it. I really like the looks of it, but we don't have any sort of chisel plow.
Nope. Where's my 712?
See, it's some of the Midwestern bozos that call that a chisel plow and get me mixed up.
No. Nope, that is wrong. This is a finishing tool.
Yes.
This is
Okay.
a right in front of the planter tool. That is not.
Yes.
I got my time bar. I should know better.
I should go to my farm sim. I should slap my 712.
You
here,
should.
see what happens.
That and a 712, that's peak tillage right there.
This 980 is exactly the same era as the the 8000 series dairy.
But put
Ooh.
wings on it. Put
I know.
wings on
I'm
it.
planning on putting wings on it.
You put wings on it, I'll have a tractor to match it
When?
by the end of next year.
Okay.
End of next year.
Just gotta get done with this degree first.
Well, if
Great.
I need to finish my degree first, you won't see it till FS28.
Gosh. I don't know if going for the advanced degree is worth it or not for me, but it's definitely easier than the bachelor's.
Let's just do mod desk 91 on my chisel plow and see what happens.
Oh boy.
Hey, I actually tried that on those bale spikes I did, and like in the store they actually look good, but then I buy them and they fall through the map. So
Nice.
that's just collision mask issues, but
Add a.
they look like they were rhino lined.
That Parker 2500 was my go-to small farm grain hauler. Yeah, it's perfect for that. So I heard that one of the buildable sheds will cover over 400k if you buy the materials. Jeez. Vincent says, I was really surprised when I saw the Massey Ferguson combine in game. I actually have one in real life, just finished corn with it. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, they did a decent job of picking some. It's kind of niche, but also very realistic American.
All right, I got a hot take for you guys.
Oh.
Deutz-Fahr 6 Series is one of my favorite tractors in this game.
Is that what you had on the loader in your
Yep.
that you were posting? I thought it looked kind of neat. I didn't pay a ton of attention to it, but it looked good.
Mm-hmm. It looks so sharp. I don't know why, but I just love it. It's right up there with the 6R. We got some dang good utility tractors for this game.
6R is a row crop.
Not the way Giants
6M
set it up.
is utility. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
All right, I'm gonna save this and close the game quick and see if I can get my 712 in here.
That a boy.
Time to do some sketchy stuff.
Mhm.
Doo-dah.
Don't pay no attention to my waiting for things to work image. Please stand by.
I don't think I'm standing.
Yeah, another one. Do I have more good Wojaks? I think I do. There we go. We'll give him a friend.
Gosh.
Oh wow, somebody just found out that GPS will generate on a field that you create with a plow.
Here's my 712 mulch tiller. Let's give it a go.
I'm really curious to see how well the GPS works with like larger, curvier fields. Because I mean, it seems it runs a little bit smoother than course play to me. But I'm just curious how it'll work on bigger 4X like fields.
Loving everybody make your memes. Yep. All right. We had put up some memes to entertain people while we were. Let's see how bad this looks. Yep, that's not great. Looks like the options still work good, which is good. Should, yeah. It gave it black shanks, but that's funny. Alright, let's just buy this. Give it a shot. Time to do some awesome stuff, yeah. So just so this now chat will understand. This is what happens when you try to convert mods right now. You can make it totally work, but you have to take it all the way back to Blender and then assign all the materials and then send it all the way back. But I told Squatch this earlier. I'm not doing that right now because I don't want to go through the work of doing that and then find out I didn't quite do it right, or I did miss some step somewhere where it looks correct but it's not actually correct, and then have to do it again, especially for mod hubs. So I'm just gonna live with it for now.
Facts.
Why don't the blinkers at the top of the cab do anything? Are they just reflective?
On the back, I think they're just reflective.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Giants didn't fully do it.
It might be reflective in real life, I don't really know.
No, they're not.
Ah.
We didn't have the extremities in real life. Those were an option.
Hey, a school bus. That's an old. Is that an old Bluebird school bus, or is that an international?
Oh yeah.
I think
Well,
it's an international.
probably
you should see how
international.
you should see how it says school bus on the side of it.
Oh, does it?
It's
Please
interesting.
don't. Stop. Make sure you run in front of it and stop it.
Yes. Where'd my chisel plow go? Uh-oh. Where'd it go? When I bought it. I thought it would come here to the store.
You just yeeted it off the map, I take it?
No, I don't know where it went. Let me try something.
Oh, it fell through the map.
Maybe it did. But it would. You think it'd fall through the store, too.
Yeah, my bale spikes did the same thing. They worked fine in the store, and then I actually bought them, and they fell through the map.
That's weird, because when I did my crappy convert to the Parker gravity wagon, they did not fall through the map.
Like if you go to if you look at your console,
yeah,
it'll have like collision bit mask error.
Is that what happened?
I think that's what it is.
Rip.
Yeah, I don't know why it works in the store, but it doesn't actually.
Maybe it hovers in the store.
Maybe. That would actually be a solution to like having mods that show up weird in the store, but
Yeah, ones that kind of drop in like a cannonball. Because you set your store offset to -25.
Yeah.
Whee! Had a Bobcat skid steer that did that. It took a solid 30 seconds for it to pop into the store menu, and I couldn't figure out.
Oh yeah, it
why
did fall
until
through the
looked
map.
at
I just
store
watched
offset.
it fall through. That's funny.
Yeah, it's just somehow weird what they did with collisions.
The collision bit masks are wrong. I think I know what happened. I think if it depends on... Yeah. Huh. Well, no, we're not having that, I guess. I'll refund my money. I need something I can chisel or something with, though.
Rooster refunded the game already.
I know.
Dang.
Refund. Nah. Refund the whole game.
Meanwhile, my brother might actually have to because we tried it with the potato I used to run.
Gosh.
Oh
I
no.
think you can guess what happened.
I can only imagine what happened.
He kept he was messaging me this morning. He was like, "Hey, what did you do to get it to work on 22? I'm trying to get it to work on 25." And I was like, "Did you change it to DirectX 11?" And he's like, "I didn't do that." Then he tried it, didn't work. He was like, "I'm gonna try it one more time." It's like it said it crashed again. And then I said, doesn't sound like it's gonna work." And he said, "We'll find a way to make it work. You're the computer smart one." And I told him, "Computer smart one says that your laptop is junk." Yes, I can say that because I no longer use it.
So this is where your own vehicles now are, okay. The 8710 is 200 horsepower? Yeah. Do I even need to plow my stuff right now?
It's turned off by default.
It is turned off by default? Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
I feel like the vehicle paint in 25 looks like partial rhino lining. Like I'm just looking at the Great Plains drill in the store, and it's like got that look to it.
Oh, does it?
Then and they use the 2D bolts on the side of it. And
Oh,
it looks
sure.
okay if you look at it straight on, but you look at it from like the back, and it's rough.
Oh, let's buy that big oat field over there and go do that. And game's broken. Yep, that's right. All the collision bit masks change. Yep, it appears so.
They probably just moved everything up by one number in GE, but
Yep.
no one knows what those numbers relate
Just to
so
bother
you can't
everybody.
Just type it in.
Just to bother everyone.
I mean, hey, if it makes it harder to convert stuff straight away.
I'm kind of all for it, to be honest.
Definitely not a mad rush like it was in 22. It felt like in 22 people were converting stuff day one, and you had to be on top of it.
Tyson was converting stuff on day -2.
This is true.
It's funny, is he didn't even have early access last time. He was using Keter to test it for him.
Oh, you can enter the farm back here. Let's try that.
Is it just me, or...
Oh.
Oh, maybe it is just me. Never mind.
You're installing your new laptop? Can't just change the mod desk anymore? Nope. Can't just do mod desk 62 or whatever it was. Let's grab the grain cart and the combine and go over there.
Low-key hoping to convince myself to get a new keyboard for Christmas that isn't so stinking clacky.
I could hear that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna mute this real quick because I seen Discord flickering. So
Yeah.
I was like, my bad. I don't have quite the same noise suppression in Discord as I do for OBS stuff. So clackety clickboards are cool until you get tired of the clickety clack, and then it's really annoying.
Yeah. Let's speed up time a little bit. I heard things look pretty good at night now.
So one of my big pet peeves that I've noticed in the game is I really wish when we would hire a worker to go like deliver grain or something, and it knows it's like on like a track, like on a highway or something, that it would turn the hazards on.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was something like they could have done, but because I noticed that earlier today, and I was like, yeah, that's annoying. But maybe they'll come in due time. So Giant still has a lot of work ahead of him, I feel like. So
82 Studio had a lot of his truck mods working the other night in his live stream. That's cool. I'm assuming he brought them back to Blender and redid them. Or he has secret access to GE that we don't, as plebeians.
he probably does.
Yeah,
That would be my guess.
that's my guess.
If anybody has any game-changing graphics settings, they know that improved performance without making the game look like a pastel painting. I might appreciate it.
I don't know if I do. Scooter says I missed a sign. Yeah, I could have hit that one, but I almost hit all of them. We're not
What
perfect.
graphics card do you have, Derry?
3050 laptop. So I don't think I get to expect miracles this time around.
Man, I'm running a 3060 and I haven't really had a whole lot of issues, which I'm running like the RTX 3060, but
I think half my problem is VRAM. Most of my textures are blurry after some time.
Hmm.
what is it, an 8 gig?
4 gig VRAM.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's,
And even though the minimum is 3, it doesn't look fun.
that's probably minimum of 3 on potato graph.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I don't-
surprised. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna completely divert off track and say that I was surprised that Giants took this large frame out of the base game.
Yeah, I kind of seen that someone released that earlier. It's like, curious how Giants will feel about that, because yeah, I would like to know why they took.
The world
know.
may never know.
Probably need to go harass Marcel about it, I guess. I will say, at least the partners Discord hasn't been so whiny today.
Now that everybody has access to the game.
Yeah, it's much more peaceful. There's still people complaining about graphics in it. You can only do so much, I suppose.
Alright, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night.
Alright, sounds good. Thanks for stopping by, Squatch.
Hey, Squatch.
So yeah.
Bye, Pleasant View.
Hey, he just hopped in. How's it going, Pleasant View Farms? How's it going, PVF? Devin Subert asks, are you going to finish your chopper boxes for 22? Devin, they aren't taking submissions to the Mod Hub after the new year. They're not closing it down quite yet, but they're going to close out Mod Hub submissions, so I think it's going to have to be a 25 thing.
It is currently hailing, and the stuff is actually like hitting the combine and partially staying on there,
Oh, interesting.
and then just kind of vanishes off.
Nice.
Interesting. I was like, it's snowing for a minute, and then I look up and it's August. I'm like, yeah, no. That also means there might be a tornado by.
Hmm.
I wonder if there's a way to disable those.
Probably.
I think it's going to be in the maps XML.
I don't know how I feel about trying to fight tornadoes at the same time of everything else. It's like, it's cool they added more weather effect, but I'm not sure tornadoes were what we were asking for. Yeah, this is definitely interesting with hail. And it also makes the field soft, so your combine starts to sink.
Oh, nice.
Probably classifies the same way as rain.
Your biggest complaint is the UI non-fan at all. Yeah, it has mobile game-itis. Or like graphic designers are obsessed with making everything so you could touch it easily, but I don't need to touch my computer screen, and nobody's touching their TVs for PlayStations and Xboxes.
Touchscreen laptops make me want to throw up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a trend in UI right now that I don't think I'm a fan of either. Also wonder how plowed texture is going to work with just a chisel plow. Yeah, that's a great question. I don't really know. Might have to set them up differently. Because, yeah, the plowed texture is way more of a plowed texture. Might just have to be set up as like a subsoiler that eliminates the need to plow. I think you can do that.
Yeah, subsoilers are a thing.
They just dig up stones and stuff. It's annoying. We'll have to see what options there are.
Fieldstone, goodbye.
No day 1 GE, hold games junk, going back to FS22. Yeah. Oh, I miss I need a day 1 GE.
Really hoping they have it out in the next week. But
Yeah, I hope so.
because I feel like after a week they're gonna start losing a lot of people going back to without,
Yeah.
or at least that's how I feel. Also, if you guys haven't yet, Farm Sim or FSG, the people that do, not the YouTube guy, but the,
Farm sim game.
yeah, the other side of it. They updated their mod folder selector, and it has compatibility for 25, but it also has different version. So like you can have like a set of folders for 22 and then another set for 25.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
we've already set that up.
So just for those that would be interested.
Interesting.
So it saves a lot of time. So, but it's, I think they've had it out for like a week now, but I just updated it today.
Could you just use the subsoiler effect? Doesn't actually have to be a subsoiler per se. Yeah, that's probably what will happen. Doesn't just have to change it up a little bit, I guess.
The street flooding is actually,
I like the school bus, but why does it drive around all day, every day?
have you seen the big old text on the side of it?
No. What does it say? It says school bus. Cool, thanks.
But it's
What
like,
does it say?
it says school bus, but it's
It
in
says
giant
school bus
letters
in all
on
caps.
the bottom side of the bus. Like, that's not really where that goes, but
Ay, 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 Giants.
I wonder if that's on the Polish map, because they don't really have yellow school buses.
Hmm.
Were either one of you guys on whenever we made the Polish into made it go down by the equator in Tyson's
I don't think so.
Discord the other day? Oh, that was hilarious.
Poland on the equator?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
got
was-
no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we went in and changed like the entire environment XML
Oh, yeah.
just to see what would happen because everyone wanted to see what the snow was about. So we made it snow a lot and then we reversed it. It was unique.
Stranger danger.
Oh,
What?
Uh-oh.
it's H mapping.
It's a goose.
I suppose.
Ugh.
How's it going?
Just farming.
I see. What's your thoughts?
Game looks good.
Hmm.
Just needs mods. I wonder who
Yeah.
makes those. Do you know anybody that makes those?
No, I don't know anyone.
Also, the Massey Ferguson 1840 square baler is back,
That's good.
which basically means I should submit my Americanized edit of it again to Mod Hub.
But are you going to convert the model you have or steal the one that they've given you?
That's a really good question. I'll have to think about
Yeah.
it. I'll do one of those two. It's probably the same model, honestly, so.
Probably is. But do you really want to re-in-game something that's already in-game?
No, it would be easier just to take my stuff and kind of tweak it on again.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
PVF Pleasant View asks, how long till we get a corn head for that combine? That's a great mod idea. Like a good 6 or an 8 row would be really nice for this. Especially like a 6 row would match it really nicely.
Either or. Either or would work, I think.
That was your request, Scooter. Multiple games. That's a good one. Scooter says, and also will support OneDrive and online folders like that. Oh, that's cool. So you can keep your mods remote, and it'll just pull them in for you. That's neat. Tyson says, base game chisel plow equals cultivator, field cultivator equals shallow cultivator. With no hitch again, yeah. Yeah, that's the European way of looking at things. That's not necessarily true, though, Tyson, because the 980 is not a chisel plow. They actually have cultivators right here. They just don't have anything between subsoilers and cultivators. Because subsoilers have big shanks that rip ground, like, we're talking like 14, 15 inches deep. Chisel plows only go like 8, 9 inches deep, and cultivators are like 4 or 5. So there's like a category that's kind of missing, in my humble opinion, from what they have. But they don't really have like shallow cultivators, do they? They have... Yeah, see it says shallow cultivator down there. Oh yeah, so I think you're right, Tyson. I kind of see what you're saying. But I don't know. I don't think they don't do a great job of differentiating, because it's kind of like a chisel plow. But does it really do with like primary tillage stuff? Because you can use a chisel plow to get rid of a... I see what you're saying now, Tyson. I don't think you were entirely right. I don't think you were wrong.
He's here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. No, I was disagreeing with you. Then I looked at the descriptions and I'm like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Not only that, but if you take a chisel plow or cultivators, farm sim calls it, run it across the ground and then run the shallow cultivator behind it, you get a yield bonus.
Oh, really? So, do they have an actual purpose for like just cultivators then?
Regular cultivators are if you use the 980, you have to use a no-till drill if you only use the 980.
Really? That shouldn't be how that works. Oh, if you only use the 980.
Yeah, because in real life, if you try to drag a field cultivator through corn ground, I can't imagine it go well.
100%. You need a chisel plow or something.
So, the shallow cultivator function adds that need after you plow to take a secondary tillage implement across, and by using a shallow cultivator, you get a 2.5% yield bonus.
So you should use a regular cultivator and then a shallow cultivator.
Or a plow and a shallow cultivator, or a plow and a disc, or a regular cultivator and a disc.
Okay. They see discs as finishing tools.
Yes, they're all high-speed discs in the game too, though.
Yeah, you can use high-speed discs as primary tillage, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and so the way the game's got it set up too, though, is the discs don't bring up rocks.
Okay.
If you use stones, which nobody ever does, but the discs don't bring up any rocks.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nobody's really used rocks since they kind of ruined it in Farm Sim 22.
No, I get that, but I was reading through how it all works.
Interesting. Okay.
But
so,
yeah, the discs they can be used as primary, but then you have to use a no-till drill.
Okay.
Pleasant, it's already set to shallow. If you go back to it, if you just want to.
Yep. So if you have the 980, it says shallow
show
cultivators.
Them the description. Show them the description difference.
The 980 says shallow cultivators are used for shallow cultivation or seedbed creation of fields. And then if you go to, say, the Sendios 4000 Super over here, this Amazon one, it says a cultivator prepares it for the next sowing. So this is like a chisel plow. You can really see how deep those shanks are. And it has just the cultivator description, whereas the 980 has the shallow cultivator description. And they do different things to the ground, so... I guess the 712 should technically just be a cultivator.
Mulcher, then cultivator.
Mulcher cultivator, yes.
Get that yield bonus for having those
the blades.
Coulters.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'll end up doing then.
So you'd get a yield bonus on both sides of it. You'd get your yield bonus for mulching. You'd then your cultivator would leave a bit of stubble in the texture. Then when you drag, say, the 980 behind it, you now get your seedbed state, which is another 2.5% yield bonus. So you get a 5% yield bonus by using the 712 and a 980 together.
Exactly. Okay. But the cultivators don't remove the need to plow, right? The periodic plowing requirement.
No, only a subsoiler will do that, and subsoilers bring up the largest rocks.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Huh.
how much is the periodic plowing loss good for though? Because if you
I don't
factor
know.
in getting mulching and getting if you factor in getting mulching and getting fields the seedbed prep, then are you really out that much?
Well, I think the thing that bugs me is that, like, after you plant corn, it says you need to plow.
What plow did you have at the bottom of the plow category there?
Oh, that was my 712. It's just not.
Oh, yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. But that's what bugs me. It's like, okay, you need to plow after corn. Cool. People use a chisel plow for that around here, but I don't know if. I guess you could. Could you modify a cultivator to remove the need for plowing?
It'd be a subsoiler. You set it to a subsoiler, but it's about the realism, right? Like a chisel plow is a compromise, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It should take care of primary tillage, but.
I mean, it's primary in the sense of the game, in the sense that by using it, you're able to use whatever. My YouTube tab just crashed. By using it, you clear that ability to use anything that's not a no-till drill or planter by using a cultivator. So you're getting that side of things, but no, it's not clearing that need to plow. But I mean, because there are advantages to plowing.
Yeah, it's just in my part of the world, people don't plow anymore. We wouldn't have any soil left.
Right, but you would run if you were a bigger operation, you'd run a ripper of some sort.
Yeah, but you didn't really do that as much in like the 80s.
But in the 80s, they would have ran plows, wouldn't they have, every so many years? You following along here?
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, you want to. A chisel plow can take care of primary tillage needs just fine, and I don't think, like, necessarily that you have to go deeper than a chisel plow after corn.
So you could always disable the plowing requirement.
Yeah.
Because regardless, you're gonna have to drag a tillage tool over it if you want to plant anything into it without using a no-till
yes,
setup.
that's true. I think
It's off by default.
But my thought on this is that there are advantages and disadvantages to plowing, and the way the game's set up is it is geared towards Europe.
This is true. I will not disagree with that. We don't have the advantages of like soil type and all that other stuff that you get into. Soil type and moisture levels and all that other stuff that you have to get into to make it.
The only real solution for this is, set it to be a mulcher and a cultivator, and then make a 3700 plow.
Exactly.
Get to it.
Let me go grab my brochure over here. I've got sitting.
You know what's funny is that my dad almost bought a 3700 plow for our 2390 tractor.
Oh my gosh, Derry. I wish he had.
3700 is the on-land, right?
3700 is the on-land, 2700 is the semi-integral, and 1600 is the fully mounted.
Was there not a 3600?
There was, the 3600, sorry, yeah. There was a 36, 26, 16, and then there was a 3700 and a 2700. There was no 1700. There was also oh, my combine's full, duh. There was also a 3800 and a 2800, and then there was the 3810, 2810, and 3710, 2710, and I forget what all the differences between all of those are.
What would the 8 series ones be? Would they be the really big on-land ones?
I think, yeah, the bigger the number, the more like trash clearance and other kind of stuff I think you get. The 600 series was the most basic.
Okay, so speaking from the gameplay perspective, by using a regular plow, like a woodward plow, you clear the plowing state, you bring up medium-sized rocks, and you basically kill all weeds. Like you don't need to spray herbicide. And then subsoiler does about the same. I believe it's faster than plowing, and then it the downside is it brings up massive rocks.
Yep.
That can't be pressed in with a roller.
Right.
And then cultivator, faster than both. It doesn't clear the plowed state, but it brings up smaller rocks, and it also, it does get rid of some weeds.
Yep.
And then shallow cultivator, you cannot use anything that's not a no-till drill after it. But like I said, if you use a shallow cultivator behind any other tillage implement that was like deeper, it'll give you a seedbed state, which is 2.5% yield bonus.
Exactly. Okay. Makes sense. That makes
So
sense.
I'll give you all the info. I'll let you make the ultimate decision on what to do. But
You know, it'd be really good is if you made like a blog post on your page detailing how different implements work, because there's a good
I can do
chance
that.
people who hear that will forget half of it. I would absolutely be referencing that post at least 5 or 6 times.
I can do that.
So Pleasant said, oh, okay, there's a bunch of stuff back here. You need to make your chisel plow have 2 different work areas so you can have both tillage types. Yeah, potentially. Pleasant says Giants was like, let's give the American cultivator, let's make it a 4 meters. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't give that thing wings. Not many people would have ordered that without wings. Pleasant says, I would disagree. You should be rolling a rolling basket or a cultivator behind a 980. Okay, maybe where you live if you want to pound the dirt into a powder before you plant into it. But, I mean, I know for sure that for a lot of people, just going behind a 980 is probably going to be fine. If you want to run a rolling basket or a cultipacker, that's probably even better. You know what? That's probably an even nicer seed bed, but it's also probably going to blow away before you get any germination. So you kind of get to pick your battles. And I think these days planters have a lot of nice attachments on them, like trash clearers and all that other stuff. They can plant pretty well without having to pound the dirt into a dust beforehand. But you know what? If you want to break up quads and all that stuff, and you want to have a primo black seed bed, then yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with running more equipment behind that. You have a 2700 sitting in your shed. I might have to hit you up. 2700 plow semi-integral.
I will note one thing about the Great Plains drill.
Yeah.
It starts planting at the front of where the coulters are.
Oh,
Oh,
where's
yeah,
your
it's gonna, as soon as we get the Giants editor, it's gonna be a stubble cultivator, then a drill.
That's how it should be.
I was just gonna mention you could be doing a quality of life edit to that thing because it currently doesn't no-till.
And I don't think it. I think it should. I think it should stubble cultivate and then. Or no,
Yeah.
maybe not. Maybe it should just no-till.
I think it
Would
should
it
just
be stubble
no-till.
cultivate or mulch?
Yeah, it absolutely could no-till with that attachment on the front of it.
I don't know if it does enough to, I don't know, mulch maybe, but it should 100% be no-till. That's the point, is to cut through big trash and make sure you can at
Yeah.
least get it in the ground.
Yep.
I'd almost say mulch then. I'm trying to find, somebody had a blog about this. I wish I could find it. I was reading it the other day, but this is going way back. This is when I learned how this was set up and why it was set up the way it was.
Everyone runs something behind cultivators here. We don't have any wind erosion problems. Oh, if it's all clay, then yeah, you're fine.
They plow here. I've watched a 2020 and newer 8 or pulling a 8-bottom plow the other day.
Not for much longer. There's
Like,
only
yeah.
like 2 companies making plows anymore.
I know. I couldn't even tell what brand it was, and it wasn't a reversible either.
That would just blow away around here if it's any sort of powder.
Then again, you're from Canada, so you got all the European shit. Oh, sorry.
It wasn't a European plow though.
Oh, really?
It was a conventional plow. It wasn't a
Well,
non-reversible.
Werlin still offers.
No, they don't.
non-reversible.
They dumped them.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yep.
Then it maybe Salford or Deere. Not the only 2 I know.
John Deere only offers a reversible as well.
Yeah, John Deere dumped the 3710.
They just have the 995 right now, I think.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but it's probably
I
not
wonder
a
if
new plow.
I wonder if Kong Skill Day or however you pronounce it is still in business.
Might be.
Yeah, they are.
Kuhn still offers a non-reverse, I think.
Salford did for a while.
Conk's Guild is still in business because we got them as mods in 22.
Really?
Yeah, we got those massive mowers. It's like a
Oh.
5 windrow.
I'm still on a mission here to find that website that already had a blog post explaining tillage. Supposed to be getting to bed here, but I'm determined. It was like laid out like the Academy on Farm Sim's website, but it was way more detailed. But yeah, it's one thing for 25 I want to focus on is tillage realism, because it's such an easy thing to, like, such an easy thing to kind of fix up, if that makes sense. And it's like, once you got a good map, like, I was gonna start doing it to Richlands, but I never had the time, was to start editing my tillage implements to be more realistic and require multiple passes to get the best yield. But again, it depends on where you are in the world too, which is right.
That's why it should differ from map to map.
Yeah, I wish we could do that. Okay, it's not letting me scroll back far enough here to find it, but I mean it is, but it like keeps scrolling me up. I get to middle of October and it starts scrolling me. It goes back up to the end of October, but there's still more under here. I'm getting there. I'm determined.
So it does look like Giants redid how fences work.
Oh, really?
So
How so?
it looks like you can put multiple gates into each style and sort of connect them. Thing.
So
Okay.
they changed them in a good way.
Yes, a very, very.
So, can any fence attach to another fence then?
I don't know if it can necessarily quote unquote attach directly, but you can almost place it on top of each other.
Okay.
Well, that's
That
an
is
in-game
definitely
test,
better.
isn't it?
Say what?
That's just an in-game test, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I was just messing around with it,
Oh,
Nice go.
I can't find it.
but that was my one big complaint about 22's fences is trying to get like you had to make like 5 sets
Hey.
of fences and add each gate.
I should have. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I should have just looked up the farming simulator academy here. I'm gonna send you 2 images, Rooster,
Alright.
in the stream channel here. This is gonna sum it up. Here's cultivators and their different types, and their advantages and disadvantages. And here's plows.
Alright.
And I get it. Like everybody like has different ways of doing things. But I don't know. The easiest way around it would be if somebody doesn't plow in their map area, just uncheck that field uncheck the requirement for plowing.
Yep.
But yeah, there's those 2 images. One explains different sizes of stones you get with plows versus all the advantages and disadvantages.
Dumb question, but has anyone looked at the Spader texture?
No.
That might be one that would be worth looking at for doing a chisel plow.
Do we know
What-
if it's different? Because I'm pretty sure it follows the plow.
Yeah, I almost wonder if it does because it looks like
It's like a
Nah.
power subsoiler.
Not in 22, it doesn't look like. It looks more like a subsoiler than.
Then I just use the cultivated texture because I think there's only a handful of ground textures. You've
Yeah.
got plowed, cultivated, shallow cultivated, which shares with direct, which shares with no-till.
Yeah, I don't know what it looks like in 25. Be a test
I don't-
worth looking at.
Yeah, I don't recall spaders being special in 22. They were just like a rototiller, basically, on
Yeah.
steroids.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody ever used them, to be honest.
I used it once when I wanted to see what the heck it was, and then I forgot
Yep.
about it.
Yep.
I genuinely forgot they were in the game until 25 came out. Look at their categories. I'm like, oh, a spader. Huh?
I still forget about their existence. I'm gonna go to bed, but if you get a chance, Rooster, run a regular cultivator over your field, and you'll kind of see the texture it leaves too.
I'll have to play around with that.
It leaves minimal trash, whereas if you ran the 980, it'd be like a lot of trash left over.
Interesting. Okay.
So and then it leaves it kind of in little ridges.
I'll have to see.
Nowhere
yeah.
near. Yeah, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, it's your call on what you want to set it up as. But I know first
Well, I
thing
want to
I'm gonna
do it
is edit
realistically. I just have to dig around and explore.
And the only thing I think that should ever use the regular plow texture other than a moldboard plow would be a V Ripper. Now that I know what kind of ground they leave behind,
Yeah,
because
that could.
that leaves a rough, very rough ground behind.
Oh yeah, it just shatters
Oh, yeah.
everything.
So how does an inline ripper not end up leaving that? Like, is it just because it goes deeper?
All the blades are in a row. So instead of the ripper lifting up soil and throwing it left and right, you have a blade on the right side throwing it to the left and a blade on the left side throwing it to the right. And instead of like throwing the soil around it, kind of like keeps the soil squished between the blades. And instead of like just throwing it,
I
it
get what you
holds
mean
them
now.
against each other and just lifts it up and shatters below the ground, but it doesn't have space to throw it around. So
I get what you mean now.
It's almost like a massive aerator in a way.
underground
I get
aerator, yeah. Legacy.
And on the
Legacy's in the
sorry.
chat. He says, "Are we having fun yet?" I'm gonna say 0 to 10 as far as converting stuff. I would say it's not 0, but it's not as high as we'd like. About to be retired. Legacy ad. Oh jeez. You guys can convert your mods without GE. Yeah, building guys can already get stuff done. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Tyson?
I'm hoping. I don't doubt we're gonna see precision farming. Like I don't see why they'd give that up. They had the EU and John Deere funding that.
Yeah,
And
I've
I
heard
wonder-
that neither are continuing funding.
Oh, they aren't.
That's what I heard, is that program apparently died out roughly when precision farming was released for 22.
And
Which
that's probably
program?
that's probably why I had no updates, eh?
Yeah, is that there's no funding behind it anymore.
I was gonna say, had
Precision
we,
farming?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As far as what I've heard.
Yeah, I
had
heard
we,
similar.
if we were still getting it, I was gonna say, it'd be a great addition to C compaction now that we have, now that things work the way they do. But I guess that's out of the question. We'll have to hope for
Yeah.
something from Realismus or.
There's got to be a way to do it
Probably
because
don't
we have
exist.
we have the really dense maps, the really dense detailed maps for like elevation, right, and ground editing. And you could definitely take
Yep.
that and convert that somehow into a yield loss.
And then it really brings subsoilers into their use.
Exactly.
Because nobody wants to sit there and run a subsoiler across a whole field.
Nope.
But
CL's already popping off with soybean textures.
Ugh. You gotta bail all this. What am I gonna bail all this with?
round baler.
Those are square bailers. What are we doing? Round bailers.
Um,
The really fancy deer.
on the other side of tillage realism, one thing that would be a downside is discs. What you'd set them to be mulchers, then shallow cultivator, which would it'd work as a primary tillage thing, but it just, I guess discs aren't always used as primary.
No, well, yeah, discs traditionally, like, people ran discs just to mulch sometimes. Some dudes run them
Okay,
just to mulch. And then you would run a
So-
plow behind that, and then you'd run a cultivator in the spring.
and then that would be another way of doing it an old school way if you didn't have a chisel plow,
Yeah.
because you get your yield bonus for mulching, your yield bonus for plowing, and your yield bonus for your seed bed, and
Yeah.
then you get another one for rolling.
But yeah,
So-
it's weird when you mix in the high-speed discs because they are designed very weirdly. They're very different. They can be used as primary tillage because how they run fast enough and just deep enough to actually shatter soil below the blades. So they're kind of like they shouldn't almost be in
But-
the same category. But you can lift them up and adjust them to run shallow enough to be secondary tillage. So
But at the same time, think of it like this: could you take a high-speed disc through a cornfield and then try and plant, say, alfalfa with an end wheel drill? It'd be too much trash.
you'd run a high-speed disc in the fall and then again in the spring. Some dudes use them and they set them up different ways in the fall and spring as primary and secondary tillage tool in one.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of a use case to make this as realistic as possible. I almost wonder if high-speed discs could probably mulch and then cultivate.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. Sometimes I think it's better to just exist within Giant's ecosystem, especially since my stuff goes in the mod hub, so
Yeah.
99% of people are gonna just be using the Giants system.
And you may get the occasional person complaining that it doesn't plow, but I mean, it's gonna be kind of weird with the new plowing system anyway.
Yeah, I don't want
Or you
plow-
could
I don't-
offer a subsoil option. Would be the easiest.
I don't want plower. I don't want it to. It doesn't need to make new fields.
No.
At most, it just needs to get rid of the needs plowed state. But
So, best case, you just cater to everybody. Make a separate XML for. And now, I don't know if you saw this, but you can make separate XMLs for the same mod, and only have it change what you want to change. If you look at the white XML compared to the Challengers XML,
I saw they did that with the high speed discs in 22.
Yep.
oh, they did.
Yep, that was
Oh.
possible before.
That was the thing
Okay.
in 22. It's very common when they want to just flip the brand on something, like the Kemper headers to get them to Deere and New Holland. That was their method.
Huh. Well, you
But
can
I
employ that.
made being a subsoiler or like a plow and a store option for the 2720 and 22, so I could also just do that. You can make it flippable in the store.
even to go from plow to subsoiler.
Yep, I did that. You can check the 2720 mod in Farm Sim 22.
Okay, that works too.
You have to really fiddle with the work areas, but it's possible.
Huh.
I think it was the 5-shank 2720. Yep, choice between plow or subsoil function. It would leave different ground textures behind too.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. Just cater to if somebody wants it. If they really want to clear that plowed state, have it set to subsoil.
Yep.
Wow. Giants thought of everything, didn't they?
For what?
We have offsets on GPS.
Oh,
So I
really?
can do it with the mower. Yeah.
I think that was
I
the
was
whole
not
point. They
expecting
offered
that.
it was for the mower.
Yeah, I was
Downside
not
is with
expecting this.
even with. Oh, sorry.
That was my one comment. Go ahead.
Even with all this, they forgot to make it so you could just set your AI to bail. I was kind of hoping that you could just copy your last config, set some widths, and just tell it to bail.
Yeah, you can do for steering assist, but not for AI, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what's
We'll
cool?
get there.
When you drive over the straw swaths, they actually change shape as you drive over them.
Mm-hmm.
They actually squish down as you drive over them. That's awesome.
Everything's like that. Manure.
It's awesome.
If you dumped your grain on the ground,
I'm so pumped for silage. I think it might actually be like actual compaction now, and if it is, I'm gonna be doing silage more than you've ever seen me do. I might pass out.
Feel that.
Derry, until you get your tractors finished, I have a different favorite 8x10 series.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't want to wait a
Hey.
year and a half for you to make 3 small adjustments in Blender that improve the accuracy by 55 halves of a percent.
Whoa,
Just-
whoa, 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 whoa. Who was telling me to make a 7.6 liter now?
Oh, that was me.
Yep, that was you.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say, those Eggco fanboys better chop those large frames down to small frames and make the 2-wheel drive versions. Because
They don't have 2
someone's
brain
gonna.
cells to run together.
Even Eggco
was
guys a
gonna
lot of
say-
credit.
I am going to tell you right now, I know who's doing it. They don't have 2 between them.
I know there's a bunch of them floating around out there that are big
There's
Eggco
2 of them
fanboys.
who would do it, and they don't have 2 brain cells to rub together. I promise you, it ain't happening.
I was gonna say I can't imagine it would be easy to cut that down to the small frame version.
Oh, no, it's not.
But I like the look of those small frame versions of those
I do.
tractors.
I do too.
At-
Especially
at-
2-wheel drive.
At the very least, we just need those AGCOs with the proper tire size, all 5 brand options. I would be very happy if we got to that point, because that's just some...
It should just be one
customization.
store thing.
Yeah,
I could have had it that way.
because they didn't even... So you kind of did that. You had the white option in the Challenger, but you still put the white in there.
Oh no, I thought I disabled that for the release.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's that, and I don't think Giants changed the engine model between the Challenger and the white because they technically a different engine. So yeah, all 5 could sit together, and you just got to grab a hood from 22.
Huh. What about what was the purpose of having Eggco and Eggco Alice?
I think it was
different
a
years.
design change. Yeah, different years.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the
So
DTs followed the 9000s.
they dropped the Alice. They're like, okay, well,
So
we're the Alice Leader
Officially.
Corporation, but we're
Yeah.
slowly
So what-
gonna make
what-
sure
what
we're
hap-
gonna slowly make sure that nobody remembers who we are.
What happened was, from what I've read, they had the rights to the Alice name, but the Chalmers family never gave them permission to use Chalmers on the tractors. And so they were stuck with just Alice.
Oh,
Apparently they approached the Chalmers family and said, hey, when they reorged, they got the name to Alice, but they did not get the right name to Chalmers, so they just called it Agco Alice.
Huh.
so it was supposed to be Eggco Alice Chalmers.
Well, it was just supposed to be Alice Chalmers, but they never got the rights to Chalmers. So
And
they
then
called him
just
Agco
decided
Alice.
sounds weird.
Something along those lines.
So Alice was the city in Wisconsin, right?
West Alice.
Yeah.
You can look up on the Alice Chalmers forums on why they never ended up using the Alice Chalmers name. They got the rights to the color and they got the rights to the Alice, but they never got the rights to the C.
And
Huh.
Agco was spiteful about all other brand names ever since.
That's why Agco stands for Alice Gleaner Company, right? So
Yeah, Alice Gleaner Corporation. I
Yeah.
know it. But yeah, they're slowly just making it Fendt Massey.
oh yeah, they've definitely trimmed off all the brands. They hold the keys to a lot of iconic North American brands, and they've just decided it's Fendt is your fancy and Massey is your standard.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think it just comes down to there's too many brands.
Yeah, and they just picked stuff that had more global appeal. Massey always had global appeal. Even when Massey fell out of favor in North America, it was still extremely popular everywhere else.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
but I mean, Fendt is extremely popular in Europe. It's like, considered luxury. I mean, it's considered luxury anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd never use one of my save games, but they're still considered the luxury European tractor brand. I can't get over the look of them though. Even their classic tractors are hideous in my mind.
Well, now
Wow.
they're taking the Fendt name and slapping it on everything from sprayers to planters, and we'll see if it
I
works
know.
out. Agco doesn't have a good history of making things work long term. The Challenger plant brand was really hyped for a long time, and they don't even make it anymore.
They
Yeah,
should
you
have.
thought they would have kept it around for their specialty stuff, but
Why'd they drop the white brand?
Well, I mean, white never had global market appeal, I don't think.
Oh yeah, and then those white tractors
was-
in the game were built in France,
Mm-hmm.
so they tried. But
They tried.
I don't think they were ever sold in Europe.
They don't even make the
No,
white
they
planters
weren't.
anymore. They had their planters labeled as white planters until recently, and then they
Yep.
slapped Massey on them.
Yep.
I saw that.
They even got rid of
Yeah.
Heston. I mean, Heston is going to go away here. They're not even going to have Heston on anything anymore.
Heston
They
did
own-
shock me, but I guess they were just doing it for the hay equipment that got rebranded.
Heston was
Massey.
really popular in Europe, apparently.
Damn.
Apparently,
Yes.
Heston was a
Just as
huge name in
popular.
Europe.
Just as popular.
Did Eggo own Glencoe and Sunflower?
So, Glencoe, yes. Agco owns... So, Sunflower bought Glencoe, and then Agco bought Sunflower, and when they bought Sunflower, they closed down the Glencoe name. That's what happened.
Sunflower is still an active name for them, though.
It is. It's their
Oh, it
tillage
is.
line.
Not for long.
Oh, okay, they still have.
Yeah, it'll be Massey before long.
It'll
Or
be
Fent. Go with Fent
Yeah.
tillage equipment.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds weird.
Cursed.
Yes. I mean, it's either going to be Massey tillage equipment or Fent tillage equipment. They're going to offer something. But it's weird that I don't think Sunflower has a high-speed tillage tool,
I don't think they do.
which is really weird to be that far behind at this point.
What's the primary market for high speed?
Kind of like Rooster's area, Iowa.
Oh
places
yeah,
you can do
I
one.
drove... I mean, I'm in...
Hey, I'm gonna hop off, guys. You guys have a good night.
You
You
too.
as
Good one.
I drove past a BTO like a couple weeks ago, and he had two 9R 570s with two 2830H high-speed discs sitting in the corner of a field.
Yeah, I would
Wow.
say what you would consider middle America. The southern guys like them, so I guess southern guys too. Yeah, I mean, you can get away with it most places.
Oh, Scooter's got some good things in the chat.
You could do that in 22, the Kemper header in the offset against Works. They dropped Alice in 91, yeah. Well, it was really what really did Alice Chalmers in was, well, first of all, their tractor stuff was good, but they just didn't manage it correctly, and the Deutz merger absolutely ruined that.
Mm-hmm.
Merging
Yeah, I'm
with
surprised
Deutz.
how much Deutz you actually see here.
People did not want a Deutz tractor with orange paint on it.
No, but you see a lot of Deutz green around. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm. There was actually a Deutz Green tractor sitting in shambles on a distant relative's farm out here. Can't even get the model number. That's how beat up it is. But there were Deutz out here.
The Valley, we had a dealership in Harrisonburg here in Virginia, and you go anywhere around that dealership or where it used to be, you still see farms with them. Usually feed tractor or something.
Hmm. Yeah, it was the air cooled that made it a bit tough for guys out here. I think with how dusty and a lot of dairies and stuff that just you get anything in those, and the cooling just went down the toilet.
Yeah, you had to keep them clean. Big thing.
Yeah. The main reason I ask about the high speed market is because we tried one out here on our farm, and we just couldn't find something that it did better than any of the other tillage tools we had. It just
The-
doesn't break much up for us.
Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't do anything better than anything else, but it does everything pretty well. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does a little bit of yeah.
Yeah, you can size with it. You can almost plow with it to some degree. You can break up sod with it. It's supposed to be a one-pass machine for everything, which is the weird kind of niche.
Yeah, my uncle tried one, and he said it actually like it's really weird. It's an all-in-one or could be replaced by any other tool. He said he'd be tempted to plant into the seedbed that it made.
Yeah, it's,
I think he
that's the
actually
idea
bought. I
behind
think
it.
he actually bought a Kuhn high-speed disc. What is that? An accelerator?
Yeah.
That's a VT. I don't know
No.
if it's high
What's
speed.
Kuhn's high-speed disc called?
High speed. Do they? I don't even know if they offer a high speed.
Oh, they definitely do, but it looks different than a lot of the other ones in the market.
Yeah, because the average, like the accelerator, is their VT tool that you can pull a little faster
He
than
got a
most, but it's not
Kuhn. It was an. Is it
the
an
Optimeter. Where's the
interceptor? Might be an interceptor.
Optimeters? Yeah, maybe. Not a lot of information on it, but it looks like horse equipment, so maybe so.
Rip Kraus.
Yeah,
I wonder how much longer they'll call him Kuhn Kraus. I think they'll just call it
I
Kuhn
think they
eventually.
probably have already dropped that name.
I think it's still on their website, but
Let me look. Agricultural machinery.
I think it'd be fun to make a bunch of old Kraus equipment. They had drills.
Yep. I'd just love to see this.
Yeah.
I do have references off a certain Kraus disc that I wouldn't do myself, but would be willing to hand off.
Oh,
Oh
interesting.
no.
I can't promise the quality of the references because my brother was assisting me, but no, I'm kidding. They're not that bad. Just the biggest struggle would be getting a frame of reference for it. Because I feel like there's not a lot of Kraus models still floating around there for sale.
If they are, they're usually fairly big.
Mm-hmm.
The accelerator is the high-speed tillage for Kuhn, by the way.
Ah.
At least that's what it's labeled on their website. Though I don't think I've seen one pulled at the speeds you're getting out of the usual high speed.
Hey, FS Timelapse, how's it going? Getting to see the night in here. Getting dark here.
You are right. It's Kuhn Kraus still on the tillage tools.
Yeah, they haven't
At
completely
least on the
gotten rid of
website.
it.
Yeah. It's not referred to as Kraus anywhere on the website, but it's still on the actual implement.
Yeah, it's kind of like Heston on the Swathers.
Yeah.
Well, it's been real, everyone, but I'm probably going to go to bed here and stream for a couple
Feel
hours, and
that.
that was kind of my goal, so... We'll probably just take the grain to the semi and tarp it up. I don't have a tarp on my grain cart. Alright. Alright, we're gonna call that good. Thanks for stopping by the stream, everybody. Hope you all have a good time. Hope you all enjoy Farm Sim 22. If you want to get the game, I think I have a promo code in my description. I recommend it. I think it's fun. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get some mods out soon for everybody, and we'll be taken care here. Otherwise, Night Scooter, Night FS Timelapse, just chilling. I gotta say, all you guys make great mods. Thanks, appreciate it. Yep. Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the future, I'm sure, soon. Thank you.
Night, man.
Goodbye. Alright, I think it just ended the stream.